Rear brake hose, and this is brake hose, what is really critical part and quite difficult part to open, because we need now in here two special tools. And first one is that we have to make short 17 millimeters spanner what fits in this bolt in here. Look, that bolt belongs in here, in this, and that one makes in this brake caliber. And we have to open this connection so that this 17 millimeter tool fits in here, and this position is in here. As you can see, it is quite far away, and let's go to look closer. Okay, and this position is in here, that I have to install this my 17 millimeter tool in here, and there is not so much space, and I have to rotate this my bolt in this direction, in that direction opening, and same time I need shape head 11 millimeter spanner that I can keep this another side brake hose in position in that way. Let's look in here. Now this spanner is in position. Good. And then when these are okay, I take my short 17 millimeter spanner in here. It fits just in that position, and in this direction I rotate that away, and of course this area in here, this is rusty, and that's I have to heat up this area with my torch. Really, this part is so tight that I need now hot gas. I open that, and then remember that there is fuel tank, that be carefully, and I have to heat this area. We can go through closer. I have to heat this bolt in here so much that this became so hot that I can open this connection. And now I have made a little bit work, and this tool fits in here, and I need now also longer spanner. I have in here hollow pipe that I can install this my tool firstly in this position in here, and then I can install this my extra force in here or some another thing. I have actually a little bit smaller tool what fits in here better. And I have their extension and 18 millimeter socket what fits in here. And now when I install these things in here, in that position, in here, and now I can move this my tool in both sides, and I can rotate this upper one to open. Remember that, be carefully. Now we can see that area. We can look closer. We can see that what I am doing. I am now doing rotation, that I rotate this up bolt so that they are loosened. Good. And we can look even closer if we can to see that what there is happening. And now these parts, they are going to separate, and finally I have now actually worked a little bit earlier but this is this idea. And finally, these two parts in here, I can rotate that so much that these parts, like, they separated. And finally, and now this part opens. And this is this trick, that now these two parts, they are like separated. And this is, and there we can see these two parts. And next I only take this below brake hose away. Next I have to take only this brake calipers bolts in their back area. I have already loosened these two bolts, and there are those brake pads. And there is this two 13mm bolts, and after that I have already removed brake pads, and there is this our brake hose. It looks like that, and after that we have to open this part in here. Okay, and then I install this my brake caliper in steel vise carefully in that way, and after that we can look that bolt area, and here we have this 14mm spanner, and when I carefully open that I can remove this my brake hose, and look that this brake hose, it was damaged in here, that area, there is damage in that area, there is this fractures, and if you have similar thing you have to replace brake hose. Okay, and there is this my new hose, and this part belongs in this central area. And now I need to only rotate this in here back. And I take my 14mm spanner. And then only so much, then I can use my hand, and one hand like 20 or 30 newtons. Now it's fine, it is tight, good, and then we go to install that back. Note that there is brake fluid dropping, and we have to add more brake fluid in there later because there is brake fluid dropping ground. And now we install this our hose and also this brake caliper back. Here is this my tool, it goes in that way and in here, and I install one bolt in here that it keeps that in position. Now, and then this area in here, then I install this my brake hose through that hole in inner area, and there was also this brake holder what became in here like between in these two things. There is not so much space, but I believe that now I managed to install that, and these parts goes nicely in here, and then I need to only connect these two cables like together, and let's do that next. Okay, and this is next I have to connect these two cables together in that way, and I have to bend this a little bit, and this is not so easy job, but I work a little bit that I can connect these things like together in here, and it takes a little bit time, but let's look soon what I have made. Okay, and now I am working. I tighten this upper bolt. And soon these bolts are tight. Very good. There is this idea. Good. Okay, and now brake hoses are connected, and final part we have to assemble these brake pads back, and we have to bleed this our brake this caliper. Here we have bleeding bolt, and soon we open that and I bleed this system brake, because there is no air inside in these hoses. Okay, and finally, please go to press brake pedal 20 times, that this brake pads goes deeper, and after that check install gear to neutral, and then check that this our brake disc moves with our hands in that way. And use protective gloves because we can hurt our fingers. And now everything is good and brake pad job is ready.